Okay, Charlie, is the camera ready?
Yes, boss.
And are we all set for take?
Yes, boss.
All right, let's go ahead and do this. And greetings, everyone. I am Zerul. I'll be your conductor for today's live stream review. Today, we're going to go ahead and review what has occurred on the most recent live stream that took effect on the previous Friday. Today is Monday, November 18th. And let's go ahead and jump right into this. So here is the general format, what I've decided to do for a little bit here. It has been difficult for me to get entire copies of the live streams up in a quick format so that it's relevant to later episodes on in the week for both my vanilla and my Feed the Beast Let's Plays. So what I'm going to be doing for a little while, we're going to try this for a few weeks and see how this works out, is we're going to do a general overview. I'm going to go through what was built in the live stream. At the moment, it should encompass just a little bit because I've only got time in real life right now to only live stream once a week. But this in the future, this could end up showing more content. It appears that you can always watch the live stream after the fact on twitch.tv by checking out my channel. It should, from what I've been able to see, it looks like it should be viewable for about a week or so from the time the live stream takes effect. So if you all want to check it out, it's again, live streams happen every Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern. Overall, in the Feed the Beast section of this week's live stream, only a couple of, well, I shouldn't say a couple, but we got several things accomplished. Let's go ahead and jump downstairs to take a look at the first thing that we got done on our list. Alright, here we are, down here underneath the first level, and behind me to the left, you will see two glorious machines that we have going on. First on the left, we have our recycler, and next to that, we have our mass fabricator, generating UU matter. Now, for any of you all that have not seen one of these, what a mass fabricator basically does is it takes energy, EU, and over time, it converts it directly into this matter called UU matter, which itself can be used on a crafting table to generate many different types of blocks. For instance, you put a single piece of UU matter in the top center of the crafting grid, and it gives you oak wood, like a 2 oak wood or 4 oak wood logs, something like that. It's very handy, and it's used in a number of other recipes here. So if you have excess energy that is not being used for anything, for instance, if you've got a solar system and you have more than enough to supply your entire system, might as well start siphoning in a little bit of UU matter. It doesn't generate quickly in even when you amplify it. Now, to amplify it, what you can do is you can feed it a bunch of scrap. So, to show you what we are looking at here, on the right we have this. We have our mass fabricator. So, here, let's do this. In the bottom, we have our amplifying scrap. This makes the energy go a lot more distance than simply pouring into the energy itself there. It really quickly goes through. This is, again, it still doesn't go through that quickly, but it goes through a lot quicker than if it had not otherwise. This is created by a recycler. Now, a recycler basically takes any block, destroys it, and you have a potential chance of getting scrap out of it. Now, this is the main use for scrap, but it does have other applications. You can do other stuff with it. You can use it as fuel. You can also turn it to scrap boxes. You can turn it to fertilizer. And so forth. Scrap boxes themselves can be opened up to generate a whole lot of different things. So all kinds of random stuff can just pop out of a scrap box potentially. including diamonds. The way they are crafted is very simple. The recycler uses glowstone, iron, and dirt for what's around the sides. A compressor in the center, which itself is just a machine block, a circuit, and smooth stone. This gives us a recycler. It runs off of low voltage EU, so from what I've seen, you don't want to put anything more than low voltage into it. I could be wrong on that, but as far as I know, it is just simply low voltage. And it can be sped up with an overclocker as you see fit. If we take the overclocker out, you see it recycles a lot less quickly. Items feed into the top, and scrap can be pulled out of the bottom, which in this case you see we are using an export bus to fill in dirt in the top, and an import bus to pull scrap out of the bottom. The mass fabricator, you can import the same thing. You import scrap into the top, you export matter from the bottom, and this can be crafted with glowstone dust, advanced circuits, which we've made before, a lapotron crystal, and advanced machine blocks. Now, advanced machine blocks themselves are fairly straightforward. It's a standard machine block with advanced alloy and carbon plates. Carbon plates is just coal. So to get this, you ground down coal into coal dust. 4 coal dust gives you a raw carbon fiber. 2 of those gives you carbon mesh. You stick that in compressor and you get a carbon plate. So 2 of those, and the advanced alloy, which you take either, like in this case, refined iron, tin, and force ingots, refined iron, bronze, and tin ingots. So, and that gives you mixed metal, which in turn you put into a compressor, you get advanced alloy. The lapotron crystal is an energy crystal with lapis and circuits, which itself is just a diamond surrounded by redstone. So this is a lot simpler than the matter fabricator out of GregTech. Okay. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's go ahead and go take a look at the next thing on our list, which is fairly simple as well. Alright, here we are over the little box that I'd created there. I have decided that I'm not going to be using this for a black box project. I am going to be relocating our manufacturing facility somewhere else on the continent, probably plains or something, but somewhere else away from the base so I can have anything that manufactures get processed, and hopefully that should help alleviate some of the immediate tick lag in my immediate vicinity, because it won't have as much stuff going on. But in the meanwhile, for the time being, I'm using this room to store the first of what should be multiple blast furnaces. Now, the blast furnace is a very simple multi-block structure. It is 4 levels high, and it uses blast furnace bricks. Now, blast furnace bricks, as we take a look at here, is nether bricks, magma cream, and soul sand. This is actually fairly simple to make. In this case, in our situation, we had to go spend a little bit of time in the nether generating some blaze rods to make us some blaze powder for our magma cream. But it is a very simple thing to make. This has, like I said, 4 layers. The bottom and the top layers are center 9 blocks in a square. The 2 middle layers are 8 blocks in a circle with the center block removed. So this is basically a hollow structure. When you get them all set up correctly in the center, you will have, rather at the bottom center on each side, you'll have the little thing indicating that we have a blast furnace working. With this, you can make a number of things. In our purpose, we are combining iron along with with coal coke to create steel. So that is our purpose for steel. We're going to use that for some other stuff down the road, but that's where we're going to start off with. All right, let's go ahead and show you the last thing that we worked with on Friday. All right, and here is the final item. Now, for those of you that know Applied Energistics, have watched my series in the past, you'll recognize this as our Applied Energistics automatic crafting system. Now, this is a multi-block structure that has 4 total different types of parts inside. We have confinement blocks on the edges, heat vents on the sides, and inside we've got pattern providers to hold our crafting patterns and CPU units to do the crafting. Let me go ahead and I've got my little diamond drill here, so let's go ahead and show you what this all looks like. All right, so we're going to go ahead and break this down. It does not hurt anything. These are easily destructible, and you can place them back. It's certainly not a problem. But let's go ahead and break this top layer here, and I'll show you what this all looks like. Pick those up. And we'll break that. Come on, there we go. Okay. So let's do that. Okay. So this is the general design idea. So you have to have a minimum of 2 items in the center. 1 CPU and 1 pattern provider. The CPU, basically what the CPU does is when you request a certain item to be crafted, it will craft 1 item per tick for every CPU you have in here. So if you only have 1, it's basically crafting 1 at a time. If you have 4, it crafts you 4 at a time. It really amplifies the speed at which this goes through. The pattern providers, each of these have a full bank of possible patterns. These are the patterns I have right now. You'll see this tells us how to craft a circuit. This tells us how to craft a cable, and this tells us how to craft a pattern, which is the first pattern I always set up. So when building this, you need to start out by building a frame, or maybe not a frame, but again, the edges all themselves have to be this ME molecular assembly containment wall. And so let's put these back up here. These sides have to have these heat vents, which in my case is 2 on the sides, 3 on the front and back, 6 on the top and bottom. Like so. Now, when all of these are assembled, you'll see it will connect like that, telling you that the machine is ready. Then you simply connect it to your ME, your Applied Energistics system, and there we go. It is now live, and it can now craft this stuff. Pulling right from its combined storage there. This is the pattern encoder. This allows you to take an empty pattern, which you place here, put this is a crafting in here. You hit encode, and it tells it turns the empty pattern into a completed pattern, which you can throw in there, and now that pattern is available to craft in your crafting system. It is a very convenient system. It makes life real simple, especially when you are, I'll just put that there for now, when you're crafting items that cannot be stacked. So there we have that. Now, let me show you how to make these blocks. So First off, we have the enemy containment wall. Now, this was the most difficult block for me to build, simply because I'm out of gold at the moment. I just don't have any. So at 4 gold per block, 1 Certus quartz, and 4 iron, this can bankrupt you if you don't have the gold. Which you can get in various ways, mining or the minium stone and so forth. But it takes a lot of these. This is the most common block in this build. The heat vents are real straightforward. Each one uses 1 ME cable, and then it has a bunch of iron bars and iron ingots. The crafting CPU has an advanced processor, Certus quartz, glowstone, and iron ingots in this pattern. And the pattern provider is similar to some of the other things we've built. 2 conversion matrix, advanced processor, storage cell, and some iron. The encoder that we built over there requires no power. It can be placed anywhere, and that is simply a conversion matrix, crafting table, and some iron around it. The blank patterns themselves, Certus quartz, glowstone, glass, and iron. And this will make your life really, really simple. So that is pretty much it for Feed the Beast. So you'll be caught up if you watch my later episodes this week. Let's go ahead and hop over to Vanilla Minecraft. Alright, here we are over on Vanilla Minecraft, and similar to the Feed the Beast, we got about 3 overall things accomplished last Friday. First, let me go ahead and introduce you to George the Anvil. He's guarding our house for us, along with my 2 dogs here. They are not yet named, so I will come back to this later on here when I'm done showing off the different things we've built. So first off, you'll notice we now have a road. Now, this is built with simple hardened clay, which we gathered from our mesa, and gravel in the center. I think it looks okay so far. Considered maybe throwing in a little bit of red sand, but so far I think this looks okay. On the sides, we've got cobblestone, mossy stone, and then I've also placed every now and then some cobblestone stairs or cobblestone slabs to give it that appearance of being all broken up. On either side here, initially I had gotten the... I was just putting down some acacia trees for the purpose of farming them. But I actually like the appearance of the acacia trees, and actually having this roofed over area does add quite a bit to it here. Here in the farm, let me go ahead and show you what we have here. Go up here. This is a very simple structure. We just use a couple, again, dark wood and in this case oak, to give us 2 contrasting colors. And I've got stairs set up against each other in the 2 directions there to make a kind of arch. And then at the top, after I brought it up, we just sort of capped it off. Just real straightforward and real simple. Let's go ahead and head on down. Now, in here, you'll see my new Charlie, well, he's my assistant. This is Charlie. Say hello to everyone, Charlie. Okay. So in here, I've changed the layout of the few of the things on how we've got some of this stacked up. We've also got some windows inset for the horses on this side. I'll get some more on the right side once I get some more stained glass, but I'm out of bone meal for the moment. Got some stained glass in the back. This lets a little bit of light in, and I like the way that the white stained glass contrasts with the dark oak wood. At the top, we have the standard traditional glowstone and trapdoor arrangement giving us lighting in here. This just connects right outside to the pathway here. Now, if we head this direction, you'll see the last little bit here that we put together is this little hovel. Now, I plan on mass producing these at some point and just building a whole bunch of these. It's supposed to look like utter junk, and it accomplishes this dramatically well. Let's go ahead and sleep real quick here. All right. So what we have inside is we have a oven and stove top here. We have a basin for the water, a little countertop here, offset, along with a bed and place to store stuff. So, and all of this, whoa, leave me alone, spider. That's a good spider. So it's all for rent. So at a low, low price of, well, since you're buying it from the company store, probably your soul. But hey, that's what the company store is for. Selling and buying your soul for the cheap. But yeah, I plan on having these all over the back here. Having this in a bunch of different locations to make it look like this is just sort of a little area hovel rundown section here, in contrast with the much with the docks, or the little dock area there, and some other stuff we have on the other side. Next up, we have planned, once I get these situated, I'm going to see if I can figure out a good way to build ourselves a, not functional, but at least good-looking sawmill, because once we get all these logs chopped down, we have to get them cut into, planks somehow. All right, let's go ahead and head back over to the stables. Okay, so in addition to my 2 wolves here, I've also got my 2 horses. I've got a black horse and I've got a white horse. Now, at the moment, none of these animals happen to have a name. So I'm asking you all in the audience here to think up some good names for these animals. I've got 2 name tags. I plan on naming 1 dog at the moment and 1 horse. And give some thoughts on what some good names should be. Post them in the comments on this thread. And then I will pick out my favorite names, and we'll name them at some point during the later on in the week, probably during the regular Let's Play. I hope I can get posted for this week here. Names full of puns are quite fine. I love puns there. The punnier the better. So yeah, just post them in the comments. Let me know what you think, and we'll see what we can find out. So, as well, if you have enjoyed this format for this week's Livestream in review, if you haven't enjoyed it, just post those comments in the thread as well, and I'll see you in the next episode of whatever I put together. So, have a great night, everyone. Enjoy.